I think I do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, of both YouTube, Twitch, and of course Mixer, if anybody actually uses that, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another Injustice 2 live stream. And this live stream, we have a very special guest I'd like to bring on for an interview once I do all my sound checks and everything passes out. For those of you guys that are familiar with Elficki, he is currently streaming on YouTube as well. And we've been meaning to do an interview over the last couple of months, and our schedules just have been so conflicting that we haven't been able to do it. So I'm going to try to set up an interview with Elficki, because I know that he started streaming a couple months ago, and he got the idea off of me because he wanted to get into YouTube. And the best way to get into YouTube is just go at it. And with all the success he's had with donations and stuff, far superior to mine, you know, he captures a different audience, and of course he's a lot friendlier than me. As you guys know, I don't really like a lot of people. I probably hate 80% of my fans on YouTube just because they're annoying as shit. But they do support me, so I do appreciate that quite a bit. So, let me get everything set up regards to Discord. Hopefully, I don't have to fuck with my headset too much, and we can get this interview started with Elficki. So, we're going to head into chat really quick. Go into my channel. Elficki's in my chat. Let's go to Hot Stuff. I'll invite you. That way it's private and people don't try to join. Move to Hot Stuff. Okay. So let me figure out this whole voice and video shit. Alright, so push the talk scroll lock. Is this
Yo, Knight Rider, thank you so much for subscribing, dude. Welcome to the family. Yo, man, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How's it going?
Great, great. Alright, everything's good on my end. Cool.
Everything's good? Cool. I'm just gonna wait and see, make sure everyone can hear you as well. Yeah, let me know if you guys can hear HollywoodShono. Got HollywoodShono in the house.
What up, though? I just have to remember I gotta use push to talk, so that could be a pain in the ass while I'm actually fighting. I probably should change it.
Alright, I think we're good to go.
Alrighty.
Cool, awesome.
So we're gonna start. Let me actually start the recording here really quick. So I'm gonna go with a quick intro and we'll get started. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, along with my good friend Elficki, about to bring you a duo interview where I'm going to be asking Elficki some questions and he's going to chime in. Now, a lot of you guys on my channel probably already know Elficki. He has been very prominent in the Injustice 2 community, and he's an overall great guy. So if you don't know Elficki, make sure to show him some love, show him some support. I'm going to try to read chat. I probably should have Restream.io in the actual chat so you guys can hear what's going on too. But for you guys, we're going to have this little interview. Alright, intro is done on YouTube. First off, tell us a little about yourself. How did you get inspired to do YouTube?
Well, honestly, I had a channel back in 2012, I believe. I wanted to sort of start streaming from just uploading videos of playing zombies on Call of Duty. And I did that for a little bit, but you know, I got busy with school and just life in general, and it sort of dropped off from there. And then coming back, actually, I started playing Injustice 2, and then when I first looked up channels, I found yours and HCC's and Star and Skies, and I was sort of inspired by that. But at that time, I think HCC was around 1,000 subscribers, and I talked with him a little bit, and I just felt inspired to sort of hop back on and try YouTube again, and that's what I did, and I went from there.
Yeah, and a lot of it too is, number one, kind of timing, place of stuff, and also what a lot of people don't realize is that YouTube is a full-time job. Like, you're uploading content almost daily, you're live streaming a few times a week, and it takes a toll on us. So, like, if we're working 40-hour-a-week jobs, I mean, there's some days where we just can't do it. But, you know, a lot of us just try to take the time to do it, and, I mean, it's a great commitment to you guys, and I just like to thank all of Elficki's fans that are in the chat that are reading my commentary. Thank you very much for supporting him. He was really a great guy, and I'm happy to see the success. While it's unfortunate that I'm not able to actually be in the streams because I'm pretty busy, I do, you know, respect how-to computing. I do respect Elficki, and, you know, even EK Secrets. I mean, EK Secrets has been, you know, making YouTube videos, and we need more of that from the community. We need more people, you know, just showing off their gameplay, and I think that's great.
I totally agree, and it just gives more.
Let's not beat up Vol'jin.
It just puts us and puts the game out there too, and no, really, and you know, huge thanks to you and just everyone who's helped me along the way. You guys, your support has been great. Everyone's support is great. You know, it's awesome. The community is amazing. It's very supportive, helpful, and just, you know, there's a lot of love and positivity in it, and that's what I really appreciate. And it's always a good time, you know, when I upload content or when I live stream even, which is what I mainly do at the moment. It's a really good time.
Yeah, the community definitely needs more positive-minded people like you, because you guys know that the community hates my guts as a whole. Not everybody, but there are some people that definitely hate my guts. But you know what? This one's out to you guys. Thank you very much for your words, or even just taking the time out of your day to acknowledge me. You know, whether I hate you or like you, you know, your opinion is greatly appreciated. I'm about to die here.
I'm literally dying. I'm losing every battle right now. But yeah, no, it's honestly great. I hope it continues to thrive and just, you know, just become more, you know, a closer and all, you know, well-rounded community. You know, it all depends on how the game does too, which is a little bit lacking right now. But
yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Like, there's a big difference between 1.5 and there's every update they change stuff. Like, I think the biggest thing that I miss is challenge. Like, yeah, I have a 340,000 threat team, but unless I'm fighting a Justice League team, it's all, you know, a joke. Like, I miss the challenge. Like, I really hope that leagues in 2.0, which is probably when it's going to be, if I have to guess, of them ghost releasing Multiverse Supergirl, that this needs to make or break the game, or people are just going to find other things to do.
Oh, for sure. And I think it's a little bit of a risky move for them to sort of put all their eggs in that basket and say, you know, you know, League is going to be what, you know, makes the game, because it's just, you know, because that's what it is, literally. Like, it'll either make or break the game, and so we are sort of setting our expectations pretty high for leagues. Like, no doubt, like, I'm not saying League is not going to be great. That's what we all hope for, and that's what we all expect. But yeah.
Take your shot, make it count.
Absolutely, and I mean, for them to delay it for like 5-6 months, you know, there's a lot of stuff coming out. But it makes me wonder: are they actually paying attention? Like, you've probably seen the 10 ways to improve Injustice 2, and you might have seen the Marvel Future Fight reference. What's your opinions on that? What do you think are the best things for that?
A lot of it, I totally agree. I'm trying to remember that list of things that you did, but I remember in terms of, you know, watching you play Marvel Future Fight, just how much it has to offer. There's so many modes, so many different things to do in the game, and I think that's what Injustice 2 is lacking, and what it really
Batman
needs
is like
in order for the game to thrive. I just feel like the game at the moment is becoming really repetitive and just tedious, and it's just the same grind over and over, right? And what we want to do is just relive like a different experience per battle, or at least just have different things to do, you know, not just, you know, I'm doing arena for, you know, I don't know how many hours a day, and then I'm doing challenges, or I'm grinding campaign because I have to, or that's how I progress in the game, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, and that's the whole big thing. Like, now that people are getting like maxed out cards or high level cards, it's like basically same old, and we know that NetherRealm is definitely messing with the drop rates. They did give us back heroic fragments generating stuff all the time, but what about all the other stuff? Like, you know, the game just needs that challenge. Like,
you
know, I get that, you know, people have evolved since 1.3 when they added in more chapters, but... And what's your take on the energy cost? What's your ideal amount?
Energy, I know they mentioned that they can't all of a sudden give us, you know, a certain amount of energy, and then because they don't want to end up taking it back, so they have to sort of do testing and just see how it does. But in terms of that, I feel like we do need more energy, of course. With the amount, it's hard to tell exactly how much we need or that we should get, because it would reach a certain point where it could affect the game. Because the grind I do or other committed players do to get their to level up their gear and get their characters leveled up is quite a bit. And so I understand that we'd have to spend some gems to refresh our energy and continue that grind, but I still feel like having 118 at level 60 is not enough. I don't know what you think, but...
Well, also in the Marvel Future Fight video, which I pointed out recently when I was bashing Tyler Lansdowne, there's some fights that are between 3 and 6 energy. Why not, instead of increasing the amount of energy? Because if it's regenerating 6 an hour, why don't they just cut that in half? Like, why don't they make heroic battles cost 9 and normal battles between 4 and 5? I mean, I think that they don't have to really do anything with increasing energy. More ways maybe to get energy would be a start, but I think the biggest thing is reduce everything in general. Like, it needs to come down, and I think that's where they could go with that.
For sure. And I remember that because you talked about it in one of your streams playing Marvel Future Fight. You said that the game actually offers more ways to get energy than Injustice here, and that could also be something that could be implemented into the game, through achievements or I don't know what, but just have more ways to gain energy.
Right, like in the store, there's a daily energy recharge which completely fills your energy. There's 5 achievements tied to energy, which is a little bit less than Marvel Future Fight. But then there's also there's alliance or friend, like a friends list that gives you points that you can use towards like a chest or energy. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if they implement that in League. So, what's some advice you would give to somebody that wants to start YouTube? Because I'm sure you got some fans also from your channel that might want to start. What's 5 things that you could suggest to any new YouTuber that's trying to break through? Because there's some out there.
Yeah, that's definitely hard. I have seen a couple who are still trying to start their channel and get it going. I would say number 1, just the commitment. Just being able to have a schedule and being able to put that time in every day, or whatever your schedule is going to look like. If it's every 2 days, and stream or upload videos, that is what I did. That is what I did when I first started off. I was consistent.
I hope this isn't your best.
I was committed. So I guess those are 2 things, but
no, you can't, Sal.
Just being consistent.
This is what I want.
Get you those.
That's why I put him down in hot
exposure. Number 3, I would say, is your interaction.
Adrian Torres, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Chaos
However many people are watching. I still to this day try to interact and communicate with almost everyone in the chat as much as I can, and that is how I went from zero to 1,000 really quickly.
They still come up with
other than different factors, but this was really big. Is that I was always communicating and interacting with the people in the chat, no matter how many viewers I had. I remember for the first, couple weeks, I would only have 1 or 2 viewers per stream, and I would just talk to them all stream. That's what I do, and I think that's really important. Even though
absolutely.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, absolutely. I totally agree.
Yeah, and even though I actually didn't start off with a mic, I started off just streaming, so it was only the game sound. I was hyped, so I would actually reply to them in the chat. So I would play.
Absolutely. No, that's kind of what Brittany to start. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes even if you don't have the tools, like if you're on a PC, yeah, it's very important to just acknowledge people. I think that's the best way to get people to come back, because there's going to be a bunch of people searching out there for content. I mean, there's probably people searching for Elfiki directly over HollywoodShono, and kudos to that. But it's very important as a new streamer, definitely a schedule, which I never did. I just kind of uploaded stuff as I could, and I never streamed. I didn't start actually streaming until late 2013, and that was mostly PS4 stuff. So I mean, it really depends. Like, I think my problem is I just don't like a lot of people, so I don't acknowledge the random people, and if I don't like them, I'll just ban them. But you're a lot friendlier of a person than I am, and of course, you know, I'm more out there, probably because I've been around a lot longer, whereas you're up and coming, so people are probably more forgiving of things. And you're probably more tolerant of the stuff in Injustice 2 than I am.
Right.
How do you start a live stream in Current Overlord?
And just
are you on iOS or
Android?
Android?
5 things. Number 4, I would say, having social media is definitely important. Such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it may be.
2 years, good to have yourself.
Have something at least because you want to have a way for fans and others to get in contact with you, off stream and off YouTube. And it's really good because then that just creates this sort of channel for them to communicate with you at any time, instead of having to wait, till the next stream to talk to you, tell you something.
Android, use YouTube Gaming, use Mixer.
It gives you sort of more to work with because you're not actually streaming, you're not actually playing the game, so it just gives you, it's an outlet for, like for me, how I use Twitter. I'm using Twitter more than Instagram right now. And for Twitter, it's where I'll post, any new information or updates coming out for the game. It's where I'll like reply to, as many comments or direct messages as I can. And it's different. And I just feel like it's an extremely important necessity to also grow your followers.
Absolutely, because they have ways to contact you. Like, say you have a job, I have a job. Like, you can just scroll the feed on, like, a lunch break, and, I may not respond to a lot of comments, because usually they'll, like, start a comment and tag me in it, but I do try to read as much as I can, and obviously if something sticks out, I'm going to mention it, but...
Right.
For me, it seems like to get my attention more, and this might be the asshole side of me, the less people post about Injustice 2, the more likely you're going to get a response from me. And I think it's because I know so much about Injustice 2 that it's like, okay, I already know this. But personal achievements, great. Like Wrestle Lover got a Arkham Knight Batman, and I thought that was amazing because I remember I didn't get mine from a chest, and I know that pissed a lot of people off.
Right.
But for the record, I didn't ask for it. Bishop asked for it on my birthday. I don't think that had any influence, but I think customer service on NetherRealm is a lot worse than it used to be. I mean, I am owed 360 Multiverse Green Arrow fragments, and they still haven't given it to me.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. They're all over the place, to be honest. The biggest thing that really
does take a while
is just lack of communication with us as the players. It's like you never know what's going to happen. It just happens. They're either post about it right then when something's happening, or they're even late about it. They won't post about it until after it happens.
Now, how do you feel about content like updates or leagues and stuff getting delayed? What's your reaction as a company?
So I honestly, I'm pretty disappointed that it has been delayed for this long. Because I was expecting.
If I'm not acknowledging things in chat, I do apologize. I'm trying to focus on,
and for the first couple times, it's like, okay, I'm making cameras and things.
I know you can do better.
They need to fine-tune these. But, it's come to a point where
Here's a taste of girl power.
like this time and
I hope
last
this
stream,
isn't your best.
they've delayed it, I feel, more than they should have, and this is delayed more than it
You'll
should be.
regret this.
And just for them not to communicate, especially if they're not communicating with us about what's happening, it's really a lot of fun, because we're getting our hopes up, we're expecting something to be delivered when it says it will be, and then all of a sudden they're like, you're not getting it, you have to delay it.
I
So
hope this isn't your
it's kind of disappointing, but that's how I feel, and I think that's how a lot of people feel.
especially from us customers that are giving them, $100, $200, $300, or maybe even $1,000 a month just on playing the game. I mean, I haven't spent a dime since early November, other than my sub, which I think just expired yesterday. But I'm not really motivated to give NetherRealm any of my money if they're not going to produce anything, worthwhile. Like, okay, these challenge characters, I can just refresh my main team like 5 times and get Elite Four. I mean, it's that easy getting like 7 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the way to do
I
it.
feel the same, but for the sake of content, if I need to, I would have to. The only the last time I spent anything on the game was just for that during that Black Friday sale. I just thought it was a really good deal to take advantage of.
Absolutely. No, that is a great deal. And then they had the 225 gems for 4,000 gear shards. I think that was a great deal. I think I even put $20 into that.
Yeah, so I spent a little bit on that. I'm maxing out my Predator then. But yeah, other than that, I haven't really spent anything else, and I really don't intend to or want to unless we get
That's right,
some worthwhile such as leagues. The only, I'm thinking right now, the only time I believe I would spend money at this point is for Justice League Cyborg if they do promote it back, because there basically is no other way to get him to 5 stars other than buying a whole bunch of chests, which would cost you more money.
So speaking of the paywall options, what's your opinions on BVS Superman, Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn, or Amazon Wonder Woman and Aquaman? Do you think they deserve their own packs, or do you think they should implement them in like nodes or be like rewards? What do you think is the best resource for that?
So like Injustice 2 started off as a more it started off as a free-to-play friendly game as well, so it's not a pay-to-win, and that's what I really liked about the game as well. So making it possible to get these characters in some way, doesn't matter how hard the grind is or how much they need to put into. Well, I guess to a limit, to an extent it does, but just being able to and knowing that I can get this character in some way without having to spend money is what really made it stick out. And I know, like right now, there is no way to get those characters, and I feel like the game is becoming more pay-to-win than it is free-to-play, and I'm not gonna say like I don't, because I spend money on the game, and to be able to bring out more content and good content, but for the other people who can't or have no no reason to spend money on the game, it's demotivating for them because they can't get those characters or get this and that through any other way.
Absolutely. And how's your take on the game from... You've played during the Mythic Wonder Woman season the first time, right? What's your take on that when you were a much newer player versus now? Like, what made the game so much better?
Honestly, it was great. When I was nice. I remember I was super excited. I was super pumped about it. That they brought something new and sort of innovative into the game, where they put a character into arena, and we get arena shards as a reward for for depending on where we place, and that kind of motivated me to grind even more and play the game more. In order to get those shards, and I feel like it was a great step, it's a great thing to do. At that time, that's
no, Mr. Professor, I'm gonna do it.
It's a little different now, but I think it was still a really good step because it still includes free-to-play players, and allows them to get those characters as well.
And what's your thought on them splitting up all the arenas? Not necessarily Arena A, but just in general. Do you think that's good for the game, bad for the game? And if you had full power over the arena rewards, how would you rework them?
Good question. I do like how what they did with Arena. I don't want to say right now I don't have a better way of saying if they could have done it in a better version or form, but I like how they split it up. Just because you will need it at some point. It'll be hard to compete against players who dump a whole load of money into the game versus players who don't spend that much. It would be hard to compete in the game. So splitting it up really allows them to get where they want to and still be able to compete and get to those high
I hope this isn't your best
ranks or achieve those higher rewards. If I had full power over arena awards, I think top. I think there should like top. After top 50, I think it should still be split up even more. You know, top 25, top 10, top 5.
You'll regret this.
And allow even more awards as the grind, like getting to top 50 is very different getting to top, 1 or 2 or 3.
Absolutely, and I've been number 1 and held it for a little while, and it's not easy. I mean, you're literally giving your life away to the game, and I mean, that's my biggest problem. Like, I could sit at the screen, sure, I'd get viewers, sure, I'd get people that want to watch, and I'd get people that probably donate to me, but, with me having a full-time job, if they had 24-hour arena, I would probably give them a good 6 hours of my day just to do that. But I totally agree with the whole new player experience, and I think that split up the arena is good for it. But here's something that I toyed around with, and I might have mentioned it in one of my other videos. What if, like, from jump, now, this is probably bad now, but what if from the start, like, they just had, like, multiple arenas that you could pick and choose from once per season? And, like, if you pick that one, you start at 0. I mean, what do you think about that? Do you think that could get everybody with the Doom tag together? Do you think that'd be good for the game, or do you think that would just be bad for the game where people can just manipulate the top spots? Do you think it's fine the way it is?
That's the thing. I feel like if you give them that option or control over which arena they choose to be in, I feel like it could be manipulated or even sort of like abused because, that just doesn't stop. Say I'm number 1 in arena A. I'm like LQ. What if I want to, I could easily. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if you have the best roster and always score number 1. But if I'm, within the top 50 and I want to get to number 1, I'm just gonna go to the bottom arena just for that sake,
Yeah, no, I get that. Where that would be bad.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's I guess that would be the biggest thing in terms of giving them that option.
Yeah, that's a good argument against it. Totally. I mean,
but I don't know. There might be other perspectives or other sort of viewpoints about this that
I'm assuming it does look good.
I mean, I'd love to hear it, but that's what comes to mind, right away when I think about that.
Have I seen Marvel Future Fight Timeline Battle League guide? No. Post a link in Twitch, Adrian Torres. I'll check it out. Yeah, I mean, what I'd like to see them do is kind of just add in more, and maybe that's something that leagues are going to do, but I'd just like to see more, like, co-op stuff, where you can actually do stuff, like, maybe live, like, I don't know, have, like, live control over what you're doing with friends, kind of like, you've played console Injustice, you got a PC Injustice, right? Have you played, I think it's, like, boss battles in there where, like, 3 people can fight against a boss? What if they incorporated something like that into mobile in real time, or even real-time arena battles where you and I could duke it out? Do you think that could bring like fresh interest into the game and something new and rewarding, or even just fun, kind of like the Injustice Arcade at Dave and Buster's?
Yeah, I saw a couple of screenshots about that.
Super HSO.
I totally agree. I haven't played Injustice 2 on the console. I have played Injustice 1 though. I feel having a co-op, bringing a co-op experience in the game will really freshen it up and just bring something new. And I think that's what they're going to do with leagues, in terms of raids and boss battles. Where we're gonna, I don't know how it's gonna work, but I think we're going to be able to use our best teams to try and take a boss down that has a whole ton of health. I feel like that's gonna really freshen things up. Co-op is big. I feel like it could. I mean, and you can do a lot with it too, right? But it makes it more fun. It's not like it's just a solely, single player experience.
Now, what's your thought about having a system kind of like Injustice 1's gear system, where, like, just having, like, generic gear that can go on everybody versus specific items? How do you feel about that? Do you think that would break the game too much, or do you think that could make characters that are really bad for the game, like, say, Black Canary, like, say you add armor piercing in a gear item, could that make a garbage character actually playable?
I mean, it could be a possibility. It honestly, it all depends. I like what they did with the, in terms of change, and I like what they did with gear, and I have to level up the gear. and you pick what talents it has and all that. I mean, anything's possible with the game.
I hope this isn't
but
your best.
it could be a possibility to do something like that, where, like you said, for you know,
I know you can do better.
Character, or even silver characters, or bronze characters that a lot of people have been talking about. If that comes to the game, you know, having those gears, where, you know, not to the extent of Injustice 1 and what it has, but, you know, being able to have them, or it allows those characters, those weaker characters, to be
You'll
those
regret
better
this.
characters. I feel like it could be something that could be done, yeah.
Well, as we know, silver characters in Injustice 2 are actually decent in this game. Like, I like that the approach that they made from it, and I mean, you got characters like Dr. Fate, Silver Batman, Silver Wonder Woman, Silver Harley that could actually compete with the gold characters just based on how useful they are. Like, Wonder Woman's got that 10% attack, Harley Quinn's got that multi-hit move, plus gives attack, plus does more damage on rush attacks. Here's something I've been wondering. If you had to nerf the Justice League team, obviously we know that Aquaman and Cyborg are the problems. Is Aquaman the bigger offense, or is Cyborg the bigger offense, and why?
That's a good question.
Here's a taste of girl power.
I would say Aquaman, actually. With his armor piercing. Having 100% armor
I
piercing
hope this isn't
5
your
stars.
best.
It is, yes, because I have it 5 stars.
Okay, yeah. I think it would be Justice League Aquaman, because having 100% armor piercing literally means your opponent has no defense. And defense, we know, as we all know, is a huge thing in this game in terms of threat and in terms of how, you know, strong your character is. Whereas for damage, I don't feel it has that big of an effect as armor piercing, because, you know, your characters can still tank
Cool,
that.
I'll have to look at it later.
But with armor piercing, you're just like you're just a sitting duck. You know, and like playing the Justice League team. It's so hard. Like it's pretty challenging, because I have to block, I have to avoid literally every single hit, and it's on basic attacks, so it's not even specials, and it makes it really hard for, you know, a team that's not as good to compete against it. So I would say if something would be nerfed, I would say the armor piercing.
Now, here's something I'm curious about. Have you tried Captain Cold against Justice League? Like, say, Captain Cold, Predator, Batman, Dr. Fate.
Right.
Because then they don't get the 100% crit, so that kind of nullifies the damage. If you have a 5-star Captain Cold, which I don't know if you do.
I don't. I don't even have him, actually. I don't. What's his passive? I'm not 100%.
50% crit resistance. It also nullifies Dark Supergirl, guaranteeing a crit if your special gets interrupted.
Okay. Interesting.
How do you think that would fit in the mix? Do you think that Captain Cold has validity against Justice League just on his passive? Just over 40,000. Dr. Fate.
See, that's still. It could actually.
Skyfall's here?
I feel like you'd have to try.
What's up, Skyfall? Welcome back,
man.
man.
Like as of right now, how they would play against each other. It could actually.
No,
That
you
could
better.
actually be it. I mean, I don't know with 50% resistance how many. Well,
I hope this isn't
technically
your
it would
best.
reduce by 50%. But I don't
More than
know.
that, because it's a lot of people's crit damage can be like 2.5, 300%.
Yeah, that's right.
So it basically takes Cyborg out of the equation if they don't crit.
Yeah, that's true.
You'll regret this.
No, yeah, that's a really good question. That's something for sure I have to experiment with.
See, I'm like Ashwin Kaushik and Grizzle the Core. I'm like big on stats, which is one reason I appreciate both of their contributions to the community, and they're great people. I once asked Grizzle the Core why doesn't he stream, and I think it's just doesn't have enough time to do it or no motivation. There was something he told me about it, but you know, with the amount of knowledge that these two have, I think they could be pioneers. They could be like the orange juice of Clash Royale. They could be the disguised toast of Hearthstone. So I don't know why, why not try to make a little money for the work that you do? I'm not saying, you have to donate to these guys, but,
For sure.
I just see it as a possible missed opportunity.
For sure. I think I was speaking to Ash when he was saying he's gonna, or I think I'm not 100% sure that he was wanting to start streaming. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but I'll have to ask him again. But yeah, I totally agree. Like these guys are, like their work is great, and it's honestly, it has helped a lot with what I've done with my channel, and you know, in terms of characters and character stats and thread and all that. Because I get questions all the time, like, how much gear charge does it cost, you know, to bring level this level to that, or how do these two characters play?
I hope this isn't your best.
Play the character, how does he synergize, or how much threat can this character achieve? Is he not so good? Those sort of questions that are really, you know, that's when you really support work. It comes in and it just helps out a ton.
I know you.
If you had a chance to look at the tier list video, what's something that you disagree on from the tier list, and what validity from it? Because you might have different characters leveled up than me. What characters do you feel are kind of underrated that I might have thought were garbage?
Sorry, the what list?
I made a tier list video for 1.7. It's pretty much the same because I don't think Hellboy changes anything.
Oh, really? I don't think I saw that. Was it like, I don't know, did you split up characters into different tiers based on what you thought were good? Okay. No, I don't remember seeing that. If there are certain characters, like specific characters, you want to tell me what you think about them, and I can pitch in what I think as well.
All right, your thoughts on let's take a good one here. One that I valued as really good for endgame, but pretty bad early on. What's your thoughts on Starfire?
Starfire. That's a really good. That's a really good one.
And how would you make her even stronger than you'd probably give her credit for?
That is a really good question. I haven't really focused on her at all. I totally agree. He isn't a good starting character. Let me just pull her up real quick.
But what could you do, obviously, besides max in defense, to actually make her more annoying? What's one character that sticks out that you think could benefit even more? Not besides the fact that it'd be a different class. We're gonna pick apart your brain here. We're gonna try to not divert from the interview, but this is Ashwin Kausic 101 here.
I know, right? Like I need Ashwin here for this. I don't know, like I haven't really thought about it that, you know, that
look at the passive on Starfire.
Regenerates 1% health for each power bar that the opponent spends every performance.
Read the first part.
Regenerates 1% health for each power bar that the opponent spends.
I hope this isn't your best.
So that would...
I know you can do better.
1% health for each power bar that the opponent spends.
You'll regret this.
I'm sure your chat can help you answer this question. Who I'm talking about.
Yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, if you can, like, she can be really good if you put her with the right team.
You didn't see the notification, Green Girl? Yeah, that's all Ficky.
Yeah, I need your help, chat. Let me know. What do you guys think about Starfire?
Okay, I'll give you a hint if you're peeking at my stream. One of the characters that buffs Starfire is actually on my screen right now that I'm fighting. Not fighting, but is on my screen.
Supergirl? Batman?
No.
Wait, above?
If you're in my stream... Well, no, it's coming up right now, I think. Wow, my stream's
live. It wasn't live.
It should have Lucas AV in it.
Wait, you're talking about the chat or what?
No, what character complements Starfire?
What character complements Starfire?
And he's on Lucas AV's team right now.
Oh, her Scarecrow.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. I was trying to think of what characters would... Yeah, her Scarecrow for sure. Because that means you spend more energy, and then that means more health.
Here's HollywoodShono 102. 2 ways to make Dark Supergirl super troll. what two team composition / single characters do you use to troll people, and why?
Oh, I know a good one. I have a good one for this. Armored Superman or Dark Supergirl. I think, I don't know if it's a bug or if it's just part of the game, but if you have Armored Superman out and someone or the other characters, your opponent uses
Poison Ivy gives me wet
special
dreams.
one,
Right,
you can
gotcha.
actually tag in Dark Supergirl right away. And his passive will be used Armored Superman. So Armored Superman
Make you 10 loss
will
react to
that
it.
special, but
Yeah,
it
that's
won't
cool.
completely go away. So you can tag him back in and still have that passive that you can do over and over.
Very good. What's the second combination that does that?
I don't know actually. That's
You'll regret
probably the
this.
only one I know.
I'll give you a hint. It's with the second.
Dark Supergirl with this update.
I hope this isn't your best.
Is it with any of the
I know you
characters, or is it
better.
with
Yep.
I always find a soft spot.
Sorry.
Yes.
You'll regret this.
Wait, which one?
That
Or
one.
they all?
Remember, he causes you to ignore a special.
Hellboy. No,
Oh,
sorry.
Batman, yeah. Not Hellboy.
Justice League.
I hope this
How
isn't
does
your
that?
best.
It's the same way.
Same thing. Gotcha. Yeah.
How do you
Star?
increase the healing from Swamp Thing and Atlantean Armor Aquaman? Besides star promotions, what stat influences that?
For Aquaman, I think special too.
No, like what stat influences how much he actually heals?
Oh, what's that?
Here's a hint. Harambe's tag-in damage is also influenced by it. I know the interview went weird, but we're just kind of quizzing. We're trying to rack your brain and educating the interview too.
I don't like. Okay, sorry. Say that again one more time.
What stat influences how much Aquaman and Swamp Thing heal for? I'll give you a hint. It's on gloves on gear.
I know
Yeah,
you can do
exactly,
better.
Jonathan Mendez. You're right.
I hope this isn't your best.
My mind's blanking right now. And then I'm gonna
Attack value.
Attack what, sorry?
Just attack value.
Oh, attack. I did not know that actually. I didn't know attack affects that.
Yep. Like if you up Harambe's damage by 1, his tag-in damage will go up by 2. I think the heals work the same way at 5 stars.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, no, the chat was just screaming attack at me.
I know, I'm so bad coming up with these questions. It's supposed to be a casual, friendly interview, but hey, we gotta have some light humor with it, guys.
Just putting me on the spot, right?
Well, hey, I am the fountain of knowledge.
Sorry.
I am the fountain of knowledge when it comes to injustice, which is probably why I'm so bored with it too.
Totally, man. You know,
So the interviews give me motivation to grind too, because
right.
I'm like 10 for 10 in fights right now, even though I'm going super slow. Like 50 minutes into my live stream and I've done 10 fights. I'm slow right now.
Right. Yeah, no, I haven't, like, I've just been on one screen for a while now. Or I'm losing my battles, so it's like...
Well, I'm playing Predator and Batman, so it's like super hard to lose. And if there comes a time where I have to like chime in, I just pause my game.
Right.
Where do you see yourself when you hit 10,000 subs?
Where do I see myself? Honestly, I don't know when I hit that number. Obviously, with the start, at the start of doing YouTube, it's very different than now, the past, maybe like 2 months-ish, just in terms of growth. And where do I see myself when I'm at 10,000? Like in terms of what?
Like how far along, like how you're going to achieve that? I mean, do you think you can hit that, say, couple months into 2018, you think you'll hit it at the end of the year? I mean, the way you're going, I don't see why you can't. I mean, if you just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, obviously within time, like if you set up a schedule and stick with it, I think it would be really easy. Like if you do a couple videos a day, stream a day. Like I've been watching this guy. He doesn't intend to switch with videos. Wolf Den Live. He has like this whole entire schedule set up, and he has a couple off days. But and I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he gets certain videos that does more than others. But when I first started watching him, like 2-3 months ago, he's at 50,000 subs. Now he's at like 85,000. So I mean. I don't know what he's doing, but I know that he's really successful with Nintendo Switch stuff. So, I mean, if you're passionate about Injustice 2, I mean, I could totally see you hitting 10K by March even. March, April, May, June. I mean, if you just keep your mind to it. I mean, the community loves you. The community hates me, but they love you.
No, man, you're part of the community.
I'm the dark side in the corner. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, man. Honestly, like again, it all depends majorly on how the game.
I am the necessary evil, yes.
If Lace breaks the game and his game dies, then I'm not gonna get there with this game. But if Lace is really good, still really good, and brings that sort of refreshes that game and the fun and the excitement of it, then I don't see myself, I don't see why not.
Look at that quick reflex, guys. Talking about quickly, I still chime in like a boss. What's up, Frozen? How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
Videos actually boost that sub count versus streaming, especially at this point. I just feel like, because obviously not everyone's going to watch a 2-3 hour stream, and some people just want to know, want answers to their question, how do you do this, or what does this mean, or and having that, or having an answer to that, having a short, I don't know, 10-minute video explaining what this is, showing some gameplay, I think that really helps. But yeah, honestly, it depends on how the game's doing.
3D training because it's one of the most popular mobile games
as well. But yeah, there's a lot of factors that play into it. But
okay, here's a good comment I want to read for your guys' stream too. Jonathan Mendez says, Shono, you're just brutally honest. That's why people dislike you. I look up to you because of that. Mm-hmm. That's respect right there. So I really appreciate that, and I wanted to tell that to Elficky's viewers too. It's comments like that I appreciate. Yes, I am brutally honest, but I'm also brutally honest, and I think Elficky and How To Computing have a bright future. I mean, if somebody like Star and Sky can hack his way to 70,000+ subs, and people love him for it, you know what? That's successful, Good for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is for you guys as well, but I totally agree, Jonathan.
What's up, Brighton Skinner? How you doing?
It's just all about being who you are. You don't want to fake yourself or put up a sort of like a personality or persona that's not you, because people will pick up on
unless you're Boogie. Boogie does it pretty good.
But I mean, most of the time. Most of the time, people will pick up on it and know.
Well, I mean, people know now, but I mean, back in 2014, when he was this big fat kid jumping off a pool, and throwing his Mountain Dew around, thinking his wife wasn't his mom. I mean, people know that now, but fuck, I mean, that's good shit back then. I mean, nowadays I don't really watch his stuff because he just vlogs, and I think he just tries to go with trending instead of being original. But I think that originality with Francis, so what if it's not viewer friendly? I mean, yeah, he breaks stuff, so I kind of get that, but.
Well, I think there's a difference between having an online persona and being fake, not being yourself. Because I'm different online and during streams and here than I am in real life. But in terms of how.
You'll regret
this. In terms of my honesty, in terms of how I'm not saying I'm an asshole in real life. No, I'm the exact same way. But it's just like I'm not the same as I am in real life, right? There's a difference, and that's what I kind of mean. If you're not being yourself, like if you're being sort of fake, and that's I just feel like I don't like the idea of that. I just feel like transparency and just being honest with your fans, especially, is really good, and people take it a long way.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of like Jonathan said too. I mean, just because I'm honest, and there's a lot of things that piss me off, and I kind of find it funny that Tyler Lansdowne comment on Reddit got downvoted in the ground. Like, they're tired of this shit. I know that he's probably the guinea pig in NetherRealm. He's like the little bitch on the pole that takes the shit for everybody, kind of like department heads in a grocery store. But, I mean, here's a serious question for you. Say Leagues is a failure. Yeah. How would you go about continuing your YouTube career, and would you pursue maybe doing like joint streams with myself, How To Computing, or even other members of Doom? Where would you go from there if Leagues is a failure?
Oh, definitely. If Leagues is a failure in this game, guys, I still want to do YouTube. I'm doing YouTube because
I know you can do better.
I've always enjoyed the community. I like, I just like spending time with my fans and, having a positive and loving atmosphere. It's really what keeps me coming back, more than the game I'm actually playing.
And I might have some bad opinions.
So I just feel like even, doing joint streams with you, HTC, other streamers, even if we start playing a new game, I feel like that's what I would do, I would say. I would start playing other games, of course. It's something I want to do. My goal is to become a variety streamer. Maybe not right now, but that's sort of like my end goal.
Yeah, that's pretty dangerous unless you have like a couple set days a week. You definitely don't want to be a variety streamer. Look at the decline of my channel from 2015 to 2017. Just not giving a shit compared to just putting out Injustice 1 videos. I went from getting like 100,000 plus videos no matter what I did for an hour and a half challenge to like 5,000 views. Now probably less. Because I don't give a shit about most people.
I totally agree, and that's why I'm not...
Riz of the Core with the subscription on YouTube. Welcome to God of
and being a variety
Thank you very much. 4 months in a row.
So you have to have like a smooth transition as well. Like if I started playing another game, I would have to post an Injustice video and like a video of that game. I can't just skip a day of Injustice. Because then I don't think that would work well. The other thing is, sorry, I just lost my train of thought.
Yeah, I did too. I got a sub, so now I got music blaring in my ear.
The other thing is, it all depends on your followers. Are people following you based on the content you put out, or are they following you?
I think for me, it's a little bit of both. Because I'm not using a headset, Wrestle Lover. Probably should. So as far as variety streaming goes, and there might be some disturbed shit playing in my background because I got a sub. If Injustice 2 is a failure, what's your next resort? Benjamin Ozzy, what's going on? Like, what would you end up doing on YouTube? But surely you got other games to play besides Injustice 2. Bludgeon Brothers defeated Bozongo.
I hope this isn't your best.
That's kind of where I wanted to take up Nintendo Switch gaming, because I think it's a popular plateau. My problem is it doesn't matter what video I put out, people don't search for it. So I don't know if it's something I'm doing or like tagging is wrong. Like, I don't know. Like, I could put out a great Marvel Future Fight. I could put out a... I'm sure people want to see me do Skyrim Switch, but man. Rules of Survival. That's what he wants to do?
You'll regret this.
Got it. Yeah, I can't turn the music off. That sucks. What's up, Sharky boy? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Oh crap, the song is taking forever to go away. It's fun when you only get 5 Predator Batman shards a week. Ugh. Yeah, that's gonna take forever. I think you're gonna have to put more emphasis on Arena. You're only getting 5 shards a week. Something doesn't check out. Or you just started. Crap, we're gonna play the whole song?
You'll regret this.
Alright, song finally ended. Are you still here? My microphone get muted?
I think it did. Because I didn't
Oh,
hear
weird.
anything.
Yeah, very strange. Well, I did get a sub and like it killed my stuff. So I might not have heard it because the sub music was playing because Grizzled the Core renewed a sub 4 months in a row. But
Oh, yeah.
hell yeah, beautiful. So you might have said this in your chat and I might have missed it. What would you do if Injustice 2 was a failure? Like you mentioned variety streaming. What would you branch out to?
Honestly, so there are a couple games
I know you can do better.
I've been playing Multiverse. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it is basically a PUBG PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds mobile version.
Okay, haven't heard of it. Cool.
Yeah, you should definitely check it out if you like that sort of game.
I suck at shooters, so I probably won't, but I'm sure there's people better than me at it.
It is honestly a ton of fun, and I honestly am surprisingly enjoying it more than PUBG because I do play PUBG as well, and it's a ton of fun. I can play with.
I've been watching Molt play Fortnite, and that's hilarious.
Oh yeah, Fortnite is pretty fun. So it's kind of the same idea, just different styles. Well, not styles, sorry, different guns, but it's the same idea of the game. And
I hope this isn't your best.
So, Sub-Zero with JYSA and
They always find a soft spot.
I know you can do better.
So, it's super fun, and I think a lot of people play it, but that's one game I would probably go to. I do enjoy All Stars. I know I can so when it comes to big games like that, you have to figure out how to make yourself stand out. You know, like if I'm doing the same thing,
You'll regret this.
It's not gonna help me as much. It's not gonna.
Yeah, I'm definitely reaching Elite 4.
But yeah, I think one of the first games I would go to would be Rules of Survival. What about you?
Well, like I mentioned, I'd probably do stuff with the Nintendo Switch. If Diablo 3 and Hearthstone would net me more viewers, maybe if I did it more on a regular basis. Like, I don't know how to get out there with those games because there's so many people doing videos for that. So I don't know if I'd have to look into something like that. But, I mean, I'd love to just sit there and play the Nintendo Switch all day if I could and make a living. Like, I'd sit on Diablo all day if I could make like $100 a day. Like, totally. I'd be like Quinn and all them and play that shit.
Sure.
But,
and like, sorry, just one more thing. I feel like if Injustice 2, you know, say, like, assuming it dies or it did die, I feel like sort of collaborating together, whether it be like you and I and HTC and other streamers, would really help all of our channels if we're moving to other games.
oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Because then, like, for example, if I'm working when you're streaming, I can host you. If it's Twitch or or any of that. Like, I wish that YouTube kind of had that feature because then, you know, we could just help each other out.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
But that's also why I've been doing Twitch for the last couple of years. I think I'm at like 9,000 followers, so doing really good there. Like I'm looking at some of the people that do make really good content on YouTube, and they have no Twitch following. And it's the same thing. You just have to be consistent, and people have to be wanting to enjoy your content. Like back when I regularly did Arena in like the top 50, top 10, like I think some people just watched my stream just to watch the grind. And I know that I don't know how competitive you are in Arena, if you even break Elite Four or not.
Oh yeah, I do. I've been getting top 200 / top 100 in the past.
Oh, nice.
Couple seasons. Yeah, it's still a lot of work to get up there. Obviously, the goal is to get into top 50 and hopefully even higher, but it's quite a bit of a grind.
Yeah, you're talking 12, 15 million, so you have to refresh your main team 3 times a day, which. Yeah. If you're gemming it, does get pricey after a while.
Oh, for sure. And the other thing is, I just the time to do it during the day, just because with school and training and work. So I would only do 2 teams, or maybe maximum 3 per refresh. So yeah, I haven't really pushed. So I don't know how high.
It's El Ficky Caleb.
More than a couple times. But yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of Marvel Future Fight on the side. I kind of like that game too, but that's kind of on the side. But there's a niche group of people that do watch my videos from that, so I guess it's kind of cool that I'm doing that on the side. But
yeah, I
kind of wish that I even get some people to ask me about Immortals. Like if I was regularly doing Simpsons Tapped Out again, that was really good. I mean, I do have other options. It's just getting the people back would be the problem. Like. I think my channel peaked at 2015, and then everybody just got bored because they stopped playing what I was playing. Like, I'm sure a lot of people quit Injustice 1 to do other things.
Right. What was the game? Yeah, I haven't played that game.
Now, obviously, this is something that I always have trouble doing because some days I'm not motivated to stream, but if you had one solid day a week with your real life schedule, what is like one day that you can usually dedicate to one stream for whatever, even if it's a fun stream? Like would you ever stream the game you were talking about that How to Sub-Zero mentioned?
Yeah, it was
have you streamed that at all?
No, I haven't. I want to though.
Yeah, I think that might even be a good thing. Like, say you stream Injustice 2 3 days a week. What if you had a day where you just played other things? Like, that's something I could even consider doing.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Like, as an extra day or substitute one of the days I stream Injustice 2?
Either or. And also, have you considered using Restream.io to capture a different audience so you can do Twitch and YouTube, which I'm on both right now?
Really?
What's going on, Edgar Tapia Herrera? How are you doing?
I wanted to look into it, but I never actually got the time. So it just allows you to stream to multiple platforms?
Yes, and it's completely free. The only reason that you would have to pay is if, like, say I'm playing WWE 2K18, which gets heavily copyrighted on YouTube. You can turn off streaming on YouTube, continue streaming on Twitch, sort of thing. Like, that's the only advantage of paid Restream.io is that you don't have to stop your broadcast. But other than that, it's completely free. So, like, say you're doing a stream, doing your intro and all that stuff, and you're playing the same game, you can talk to the same people. And they also have a desktop app, so you can have all the chat rolled into one. So you can even CLL browser and throw it in your stream, like I think you've done in the past.
Yeah, that's perfect. I was just about to ask about the chat, just, instead of having to...
Which I'm sure you probably do from Streamlabs anyways.
Right, yeah. I haven't actually been able to put my stream clearly.
It should be a URL in your CLL browser. It's actually pretty easy.
Yeah, well, that's what I did. I put it in my OBS, but it didn't actually show up black. Like, it would be black.
You can change the colors and stuff. It's in your settings.
Because on Streamlabs, it would show me, that it's working, but once I put it in OBS, it works. But I don't know. I'll have to look into it more. But yeah, no, that's a really good idea. I think I start a new game. I was thinking of
I hope this isn't your best.
I would probably do it on Twitch as well. Because I've been wanting to get that started for a while The other thing is,
I know you can do better.
Because, I mean, it would also be good exposure for your friends. Like, say, example, How to Sub-Zero. You know, he plays with you. Some of his friends play with you. I mean, what if they ever, you know, were interested in doing what you're doing? I mean, it could be a good opportunity for them, too. And then, yeah, that would be more people to help you out if they get a different audience, which is bound to happen on Twitch.
Oh, I totally agree. Totally.
I've done Clash Royale. I don't get many viewers, but I'm not consistent on it either, which is probably why.
Because it allows me to play. It just makes the game more fun here with something else, and not just on your own.
You'll regret
Absolutely.
this.
And I think that's one of the biggest fails about Injustice 2 is that there's no, like, even Injustice 1, there was no actual, like, reason to play with people. Like, Clash Royale, you know, you had friendly battles, you got 2v2 Hearthstone, you got, you know, you could play against other people.
Right.
And like Overwatch, which I can't remember if you said you played or not at one point, but yeah, you got the team aspect from that. Same thing with your game, your other game. I mean, you just have team aspect, and you know, like I've seen like people throwing like their Skype webcams into the stream too, which I imagine is an option too if you know how to do overlays and shit. Which I haven't messed with that, but I mean, there's a lot of potential there for, you know, joint streams even.
For sure. Yeah, no, that'd be pretty cool. I haven't actually played Overwatch, but I do know Pablo.
I mean, my problem with my work schedule is that not only are my days off erratic, but like the last couple of days I've had overtime. So usually I'll stream from like 9 p.m. to 1 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, and that seems to work for people. That's when I get a lot of viewers.
Right.
How do I have the ability to grind? You guys make it more fun.
That I dedicate to streaming, it's actually I have to actually sit and like think about it because with my schedule, in terms of school and you know and work. Well, no, not really work, but school and work I can definitely work around. But if I have sort of tournaments, I would have to be sometimes I'll be away from town, so or out of town, and I wouldn't be able to stream. So that's really the only downside of it.
Thank you, Bhavnesh Kumar, for the subscription on YouTube. Wow, we got Vassals Club.
Yeah, that would be the only sort of issue I would have.
Right, and that's the advantage that Injustice 2 has. I mean, it'd be more of an advantage if I played Android, but like Injustice 2 is a mobile platform which is streamable. So that, I mean, that's kind of nice. And obviously with a Surface Book, I can still stream on when I'm away. Not as good quality, but yeah, I mean, it's good to have, you know, what you're good with and, you know, just kind of other stuff. Yeah. I also noticed that new WWE game that I streamed the other day does have, like, native YouTube gaming built in the iPad, which is kind of neat. And I think it even captured the microphone. Yeah, I deleted that stream, but because the quality was only 480p, but yeah, I thought it was cool that it could do that. So it's going to be interesting if more games actually integrate that in. Like if YouTube gaming was built into Injustice 2, I could see a little more streamer-friendly popularity growing from that.
Right, yeah, I totally agree.
Sub-hype on YouTube.
It's pretty neat, actually.
Fortnite on the Switch would be cool. But I mean, you're a smaller channel. Like, what do you average for viewers on your Injustice streams? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, no, for sure, not a problem. Like during the last stream or views, total views, and then.
No, don't equate me in, because you know I very casually come. But like in general, like do you get 50, 100, 150 viewers? Do you think 75% of your viewers have watched you play whatever?
So I would say. And it's actually depends on how I'm if I'm just grinding, if I'm actually, you know, adding to the content or show.
I know you can do better. I hope this isn't your best.
I would say.
Yeah, views spike for that.
Minimum 50, and sometimes the highest I haven't actually hit 100 yet. The highest I've been was 98. But yeah, I would go minimum 50. If I'm just grinding, and it honestly, it also depends on the game. I'd be around 35, 40 years.
You'll
Just
regret
Yeah, part of me actually wishes I could start over because I have almost 64,000 subs, and my views do not reflect my sub count at all. So like, there's probably people that subbed to me from the Injustice 1 days that don't even view my channel anymore. I mean, that's... But then I'd lose the extra revenue because like I tried doing the whole HollywoodShono YouTube live stream that has like 1,100 followers, and I'd be lucky to get like 8 viewers no matter, even if I streamed Injustice 2. So like, I think branching out on channels is probably a bad thing unless you have like a solid audience of like 50 to 100,000 people watching your YouTube videos. Like if I would have done it in 2014, that probably would have been a good idea because everybody watched my Injustice 1 videos.
Right. And that's the thing, like, with being a variety streamer, if you establish as a, or once you get to the point where you're established as a variety streamer, it's much easier to have your audience watch, no matter what game you play.
Right, like Maximilian, dude, people watch whatever fighting game he plays, for example.
Yeah, exactly. And in terms of, what was the other thing I was thinking about? Oh, that.
Because I know when I first started like streaming Injustice 2, I think I peaked out at like 205 viewers.
Really?
Which again, my sub count versus yours is bad in this day and age, but I thought it was okay because I don't stream every day. I don't like streaming.
I'm Batman.
Honestly, I just think that,
I know you can do better.
How they can do it. Like, I
I hope this isn't your
that
best.
was around, like, home playing between, like, 1.6 and 1.7, or around that area.
Push yourself harder.
And it's just because
You'll regret this.
I'm sure it's affected everybody.
Oh, for sure. It's a total. And it's just a big thing. It's just how do I bring it up?
I hope this isn't your best.
Right, and see, that's where a variety streamer does have that advantage because, like, if you play one game these days and then you play something else, you might get a new audience. Then that new audience will watch whatever you're doing just because it's you. So it could have a double positive standard.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'll stream Injustice 2 on YouTube, but if it's non-Injustice related, I don't even stream on YouTube just because I don't like dealing with random trolls.
Yeah.
And trolls don't come on Twitch because I have it set to follower only, so you have to follow me to actually chat on Twitch.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's not a big hindrance. I mean, a couple people complain about it, but, you know, if they complain, don't watch my channel. You know, that's just it. I don't care about most people. Like, obviously, people like Nathan, Aaron, Benjamin Ozzy, Jonathan South, Skyfall, Freddie Otterson, those people, Brittany Brooks. I mean, those people, yeah, I give a shit about their opinion. You know, they've been regular viewers for a long time, so, and they'll watch pretty much whatever I put out, to some extent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree.
What's up, Junior Savage? How you doing?
Honestly, it all depends anyway. It would be good for sure that it can be a sort of variety stream because then you can work with other.
Oh yeah, Chaos Gamer, you definitely do count. You've been around a long time.
I can't bring up content for this specific game, I have other games.
Why are you sad about Dark Supergirl and Captain Cold? They're both good cards.
Not how to affect me negatively.
Yeah, most definitely. What do you have? Do you have like a PC? Or do you have consoles? Like, what's your other platforms?
Yeah, so I have a PC. I have a PC and console here, and I have an Xbox One.
Okay.
And that's what I mainly use. When I have time, of course. I haven't been playing.
Oh, absolutely. I think a lot of people are.
I enjoy playing on PC, both on PC and Xbox.
Does it happen immediately? Wow, I'll have to check that out.
I think I have like everything.
Yeah, I do too. Like, I got a Nintendo Switch, an Xbox One S, upgrade from original Xbox One, PS4, PS Vita, 3DS, PC, a Surface Book, an iPad, a Samsung tablet. You name it. The only thing I don't have is an iPhone. And I don't want an iPhone because I hate iPhones. But I love iPads. Go figure.
Oh yeah, no, like iPhone. That's what I have as well. That's what I use.
And hey, I mean, iPhones are good phones. I've just been so used to Android. Like,
Begin.
Thank you so much.
oh man. Congrats and thank you for helping afflict you out, Sugar.
Green is power.
Oh yeah.
I know you can do better.
Which part of you hurts the worst?
Yeah, man, I would definitely love to try to set
I
something
hope
up.
this isn't
Like,
your best.
I was meaning to like set up a schedule back when like Mortal Kombat X was popular. Like, I would set up like Sundays as like my Sunday night fights where I just kind of just do whatever I want with people. But my problem is I hate playing with random people. Like, I'd rather play with friends. But I mean, that might even be a good idea for both of us. Is that I just kind of just play stuff with
regret
friends.
this.
Like but I can't stand the whole, oh, you're playing games with friends, pick me in that. I'm like, no, I don't want to play with randoms. Like, I'd rather play with friends.
Right, yeah. No, I totally agree.
But I mean, if it was something like a weekly thing, like I try to stream by like 9 p.m. every night. So like if I made like a schedule, something like that would be easy to
Mountain
do.
is not
For
moving.
sure. Yeah, no, definitely do something. I'm totally all about it.
MCAS was popular in 2015. Yeah.
Both of us streaming, playing a game together, having a couple other people playing with us as well. I think it would be really nice.
Yeah, I think so too. It'd be good. Like you said, it'd be good for all our channels. It'd be something different, and no matter who gets the popularity, I mean, it's all in fun. I mean, that's what YouTube is supposed to be. It's fun.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, totally agree, man.
And I'm surprised I have not lost one fight yet. But then Predator Batman is easy mode, so probably explain that. I think I went from competitor 4. I'm like Elite 3 right now. I'm at over 3 million just from farming.
I lost to a 700 KT, so I'm a little bit sad about that.
Your newest highest threat opponent, 94k. Nice.
Found what I was too focused on what I was saying, and I lost. Because it was against the Justice League team, and I really have to be careful with that team.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't think doing an interview against the Justice League team is a good idea and trying to actually play the game. I don't think that works too well.
Yeah.
But something I've also kind of wanted to do too, because I dabble in technology, there's a big audience for tech review stuff. I mean, granted, that space is probably hogged by like Unbox Therapy and stuff like that, but I kind of want to educate people. Like, I did a video on, the 8BitDo Pro controller for the Nintendo Switch, which you guys on my stream can see right now, and I kind of want to just educate people on stuff that I really like, and I really like innovative tech, and I actually just ordered a phone clip for it, so like if I'm playing a game on the Switch, I can read chat from my controller with my phone.
Honestly, in my opinion, you can do like whatever you want to be in any sort of industry or go into whichever branch you like on YouTube. And if you look at it, we're objectively we're basically or YouTube.
Hey, Baderis, how's it going?
Entrepreneurs. And
my problem too is, like I could do all these like tech reviews and other things. Like I could play Clash Royale, I could play Hearthstone, whatever. Like what I want to know is why did those views get like 1/6 to what my Injustice? Like I know I'm an Injustice guy. My channel's probably labeled that. Like I wish I knew somebody that was good with YouTube videos and like what tags I should use for like Marvel Future Fight. Not that I consider Cynic Alex to be like he's a successful YouTuber a successful YouTuber, but my total views on a video greatly eclipse his. But I've used the same tags in Injustice 1 for years. I want to know like what people are using for tags and like how I can improve on it. Like because even Star's guy gets a shitload more views. Like I don't know if he's just got a much more active community than mine or what, or if I'm just people aren't searching for my stuff, or people just don't like me, so they don't watch it.
That's a good question.
Thank you, Edgar. Appreciate it.
In terms of the tags, search tags, because it's something. I don't know how it works, but isn't it like you end up like owning those tags or like I don't know how it works, and when people actually search, you'll be the first on that list because you own that tag, or because if they use that specific tag to search for. And I think that's the case with Star and Sky, is he owns quite a like a little bit or a couple, and they're pretty general, and so when people search for that, they just go straight to him. And I think if you go right now and just search up Injustice 2, first thing will be Star and Sky. And I just feel like I don't know how it works, to be honest, but I
my stream freeze.
Or if I had, like if I own that specific tag or multiple tags, that would really help it.
Not gonna lie, at one point I thought he was the guy I go to, and I don't know how to do something. Thank you for that.
So if you want to do tech reviews, like it's just
could be to that too.
How can you be how can you make yourself stand out from those other guys?
Well, Chaos brings up a good point. He says because of the accent.
Yeah.
I mean, that could have something to do with it too. I won't lie. I watched was one guy. Fuck, I can't remember his name. I think it wasn't Fun with Internet, the one that does Injustice 1, but it was a channel kind of similar to that. He sounds like Chaldean, and he was like shredding stuff in like a shredder, like cigarettes and shit.
Really?
It was just hilarious. And like he put like a watermelon in with like a carving out and throw like 100 fucking cigarettes in. It was hilarious.
Oh my god.
I was talking about some of my audience being annoying. No, not like you. Your Soul's Doom. You're more regular than that.
Everyone was saying that sounds super. Do you know Super? I don't know if you named Justice 2 console.
No, I don't.
Yeah, he has like 200 to 300,000 subscribers. Oh, he sounds like Super, blah, 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 blah. I'm not, but yeah, I don't know. Like, it could be anything. Bishop says here in the chat, he says, tell Shono if you want to challenge, try streaming Justice 2 with a voice jammer, just learn the words and figure out how to play.
Voice jammer?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's like...
What's up, soccer?
What you're saying to you, and it kind of messes up what you're saying, because it could confuse, like, I don't know how it works exactly, but you get confused and then you end up blanking out, or you don't know what you're saying because of it being speaking to you, or you're hearing yourself talk while you're talking. I don't know. Something weird.
My favorite part when I say "fuck you, NetherRealm." Do I need to open up more hero chests and get silver Batmans, guys?
Begin.
Okay, who here has seen Germantico's parody when it first came out? That was hilarious.
I
With
know
the whole
you can do better.
Batman thing.
Has anyone else seen it?
Ready to quit yet? I'm
Pop shield.
Batman.
When is Nightmare Rebirth Green Arrow? Later in the week.
You'll regret this.
Alright, let's kill Batman. Number 2.
For the Guardian.
I love it. Superman just kind of like jumped in after he tagged in, and I just smashed him out. It was hilarious.
I love when that happens. They don't even get.
Remember when I opened a premium hero chest and got 10 Batman shards? Yeah, I remember that. What's up, Godzilla fan? How you doing?
So what do you think? We actually have news that Laser is gonna, or not Laser, sorry, the stream's gonna be on Tuesday.
Yeah, I plan on streaming over the stream and probably cursing out Tyler Lansdowne for being an idiot. So, if you see the stream live on Tuesday or Thursday, make sure to tune into my Twitch for my version of the stream. I'll try not to get an echo because I'll try to have it through a headset. I'll probably do some testing beforehand. But if you want to see me curse that fat, nasty teeth piece of shit out, make sure you check out my stream. Don't go into NetherRealm. Why is his voice echo? Because it's going through my monitor, not through my headset. I need to figure that out.
Yeah, no, I'll be streaming too, just not.
Tyler Lansdowne is Tim's long-lost brother. I think so.
Oh my god, that's actually pretty funny.
Parodied by Pixelated. Yeah, I saw that. That was really good.
Yeah. When do you think the update's gonna come out, actually? Do you think it's gonna come out that...
Shono, let's just spam fuck Tyler Lansdowne in the chat during the live stream. I was thinking of fire Tyler Lansdowne.
Shervin says, Vicky, I will ask Shono why he hates Tyler so much.
Why do I hate Tyler? Because he lies to everybody. And also, the reason I don't like Tyler is just his personality. It just seems like he tries to troll people on purpose. He can delay a live stream and he can go to a fucking Kansas City Chiefs game, I think it was. Like, really? You can't take 30 minutes out of your own time to stream stuff in an update? I mean, that just shows that you're NetherRealm's bitch. Like, Ben Bro doesn't have to do that, and he's the lead designer of Hearthstone. I think to me, it's just, you're a dick. Not Shervin, Tyler Lansdowne. Yes, hire Shono, fire Tyler Lansdowne. I like that too. Thank you, Blockchain OP, for the follow on Twitch. Welcome to God Acid Club. So this is going to be really annoying.
I hope this isn't your best.
I see they're in your channel too.
This? There's no
I see they're
place
in your
to
channel
hide.
too.
You'll regret
People
this.
saying that like me. I said, are the fire Tyler Lansdowne people in your chat too?
No, I was just saying.
I know you can do better. I hope this isn't your best. I will pulverize you. Push yourself harder.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are waiting for that, but do you think people are actually going to come back to it, though? I mean, you might get a small turnout, but I don't know. You're going to have to give the player something. Like, I remember in early Injustice 2, they gave people a lot of stuff just for no reason. And now they're not... Like, even MKX gave, like, souls and random stuff to people for milestones. Like, they'd get so many installed, they'd give that. Or if there's, like, a problem with an update, they'd just give everybody gems. And I feel they haven't done that since, like, 1.4, 1.5.
Yeah, I think it was just to generate that traction.
I saw that Tyler Lansdowne syndrome.
User base. But
yeah, I'll give you Harambe
I
Shark,
think
Nathan.
the first little bit when Leaks comes out will be huge. Because everyone gets excited. Like, oh, what's this about? How does this work? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you might be right.
Game, but after that, when we start seeing the leaks for the long run, I think that's what's kind of going to decide whether that's going to make or break the game.
And also, another thing that I wish they would do, why is the chat not in the arena screen? Like, in the arena, when you're selecting characters. Like, if you're playing arena, you have to, like, back out of the game to interact with chat. How stupid is that?
Yeah, like, honestly, I feel like chat is right now. I don't even look.
I hope this isn't your best.
No one really spends time when it's or in campaign or just in something, you know. So
Right, because in, like, Marvel Future Fight, you can actually access the chat during game modes. Like, you can actually access it during a battle.
it's some way for players to communicate. Sure, but this doesn't really do much.
You'll regret this.
It doesn't do anything. It's like, global chat is cool, but it doesn't do anything.
Earth has a new protector.
I know you can do better.
Oh yeah, Shono League is going to be in the house, for sure. Hashtag Shono. Right, unlimited refreshes would be a good thing to have. Like, I don't understand why they don't do that, for sure. Totally agree.
Yeah, another good question for you.
Chakra99, have I seen your team in Marvel Future Fight? No. Sorry, I just saw your comment. No, I have not seen your team.
Cool. That would be pretty good.
Doom would beat the hell out of
I
DK
hope
if I
this
was with you
isn't your
guys.
best. I know you can do better. You'll regret this.
Oh man, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn won? What the hell? Travesty of justice. I can't do a special 2, I'll do damage. What the hell? Do that.
Right. Yeah, I agree. So, my question was,
It's the right
what
show,
would have
Holly.
to change about the game or within the game that would make you change your opinion on Tyler, or what you think of him right now?
I just want him to address more in the community. Like he's so like I get that there probably is things that he can't talk about, but I never hear him address anybody. Like
Right.
you don't see him like he'll retweet stuff, but retweeting is like, oh hey, I think that's cool. I'll retweet it so my fans can see your guys' stuff. But you know what? That's not enough. Like what I think would help me change my opinion about Tyler. Try to actually communicate, not leave people in the dark, and don't give people false hope.
So here's one thing I really.
And maybe an
like
update
about
that's
the
more
game.
fun than the same old shit for the last 4 updates.
Yeah, I agree. Here's one thing that I really enjoy about another game I played that I forgot to mention that I think would be really good for this game is I don't know if you guys heard of this game, but Last Day on Earth, Gunsmith sort of introduced the game to me. Sorry.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, Last Day on
Another
Earth
mobile
is-
game.
Yeah, another mobile game, basically build a base.
Thank God as a gamer got big off hacking that game, if I'm not mistaken.
Really? Yeah, 'cause I
Yeah,
actually
God as a
played
gamer
that.
sub spiked hacking that shit.
Dang. And what they do is they do a weekly dev blog. So they take every week they take the most popular questions and they answer them.
Which is what NetherRealm tries to do, but they don't answer any of the questions that are relevant.
Right.
They'll talk about LQ Persona is real, LQ Persona is real, and maybe so, but I'm pretty sure the community wants more than that. I think that's what pissed me off in the first place. Yeah, I'm sure LQ Persona is real. Why? And everybody keeps asking that question with 0 answers. I mean, it's not that hard to say this person spent money, or how much money that they're patting NetherRealm's pocket. And I think that's what got me pissed off about it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so like they really communicate with their fans and with their player base, and so it's
Which
not even
NetherRealm
like
does not do at all, which is bullshit.
It's not even a monthly stream; it's a weekly thing that they do. And
Right, and that's not all. That's not even hard to like. If Tyler Lansdowne really gave a shit about people, besides being the community specialist, he could do that on his own time. He doesn't need to be sitting at his fucking fake desk once every other month, lying out of his ass.
Yeah, and they also like they put out. They also they put out. They're always communicating, so they say when an update's coming out, when a bug fix or a small update, not necessarily content related, but just small things in the game. They still communicate that with us or with the players, which I think is something that would be really beneficial in this game.
Well, and NetherRealm has communicated on a couple things. Remember when they added Flora Poison Ivy, Marksman Deadshot, Unhinged Harley Quinn, a couple other characters' gear in the campaign? They communicated on that, but I feel communication has been very other than the power drain thing, which I think got changed a little bit, but it was overpowered anyways. I think it needed a change. Like, it did need a nerf because you're spending 5 bars of power, you're draining more than that, and you have the power advantage.
Yeah.
It was clearly overpowered, so I think it needed to be nerfed. And I don't care if they lied about it or not. It was too busted the way it was. Right. And you can still use the Armor Piercing Special 1 to get more healing, and it's probably just as good, minus the power drain.
Right.
But my problem with Injustice 2 is that they're trying to pull the same shit as Injustice 1, and people aren't buying it because it's a totally different game, and they're doing the same shit. Like, Injustice 1 I'm more forgiving of. You get like 4 characters an update, you make it last for 2 months. Injustice 2, you get 4 characters an update, you make it last for 2 months. That's not innovative.
Yeah.
And people aren't stupid like they were back then. Like, when people are maxed out, they're going to complain about more shit. But back in like May, June, July, maybe August, nobody had maxed out characters except LQ Persona, so nobody bitched and moaned for more stuff.
Yeah, great.
You'll regret this.
And I'll go on record again. The 10 things that they could do to fix Injustice 2. Number 1, actually have a community that like can interact with it. Like the chat needs to be in the arena screen. It needs to be everywhere, and it needs to be accessible in every game mode, like Marvel Future Fights chat. Not just throw a box in the main lobby. Oh, this is chat. Yeah, that's lazy. Injustice 1 is still more fun to grind, yes, because you can actually farm stuff for free. That's relevant. Number 2 thing I would fix, the energy system. I would make everything cost half as much. Like, they fixed the resource missions, and those are fine. But everything in the story mode, in the chapters, need to go down. They need to add actual challenges in the campaign going up to 1.5 million threat. Because you can stun lock people out with Predator and Batman, and it's a joke. So why not have some sort of challenge? Or add, like, you know, challenges like where people are immune to stun, so you can't do that. I mean, there's just so much stuff that they could do to the game. Like, I was so happy when Injustice 1 put in that 8th page of battles. Like, it just brought a breath of fresh air, and it brought hope.
Yeah, I totally agree.
The number 3 thing I would change, get rid of armor piercing altogether. That immediately makes characters like Marksman Deadshot, Blade Master Robin actually useful. Again, I know Blade Master Robin gets more of a combo, so he's not useless. But number 1 thing I would get rid of is armor piercing. I would also get rid of Batman being able to hit a second person with the hazard stun bomb. That's just stupid. Where you can just permanently stun somebody. And you because the way it works is like even without, like if you have Arkham Knight Batman, Predator Batman, at the less than 2 minute mark you have a 4-second tag and you're going to generate 2 bars of power. If you start a combo, you can finish the combo into a stun bomb and the person's like permanently stunned. It's so stupid.
I don't like that at all, especially when it happens to me.
Yes. Number 3. Again, get rid of armor piercing. I think Cyborg is fine because the problem is Aquaman. If they didn't have Aquaman's passive or Cyborg's passive, Justice League wouldn't be busted as hell. Number 4 thing I would like to see. I would, like, not necessarily gear sets like League of Assassins, Depth Knives, or the Fourth World LexCorp, that. Individual gears. I'd also like to see passives, like cards. Kind of like Marvel Future Fight has, that gives you, like, extra passives. Like, it could even have native armor piercing, so you could use, say, Black Canary, and you wouldn't have to talent it. You know? I don't know. I just feel that there's so much more they could do to the game. Also, I like the whole ISO 8 set thing that Marvel Future Fight has, where you could equip, like, say you have a ring, not kind of like Green Lantern's weapon. Say you have a ring that has, like, 5 gem slots, and each gem could give you various effects, or it could be part of a set. And that set gives you, like, extra stats or buffs or something like that. I just think that Injustice 2 needs to innovate, and they need to innovate within 2 updates. If they don't innovate within 2 updates, there's no point really playing this game.
Yeah, I agree. And that's, I think that's where League's coming on. But it's just a matter of time when they release it and how it's actually going to be. What it's going to be like. It's going to be truly innovative.
Going to the brain into this.
I mean,
I won't be passing this time.
I hope this isn't your best.
Do you feel Injustice 2 was
For the
rough?
Guardians!
Beware
Beware my power!
Yeah, in general.
I do. Yeah, in some cases, yes, I do. I feel like it is.
I think you're right, Taskmaster. You're probably right. I do have a video for certain characters. I don't have it for all Kishore Kurata.
No, if they took their time with things a little bit more, they would be able to bring out updates or new features within the game when they say they will, and also with the communication thing.
How can you level up Ebony Maw? You have to sacrifice biometrics, Death Slayer.
I don't know, but I do feel like it has been rushed. I don't know what you think. Do you think it's been rushed or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we've been beta testing this game for a year now. Like, I get that Injustice 1 hasn't added a lot of game modes, but I feel that grinding on that game is a lot harder than Injustice 2 in some aspects, like doing the augments and shit. But nowadays, not so much. But back in the early days, it was hard as hell. But I think that for Injustice 2... But the problem with Injustice 2, you could add 4 chapters of battles, and they'll get cleared, like, in an hour. Like, that's... They're going to have to add, like, raid bosses and, like, actual hard content for people to stay interested, even with leagues.
Sure, says, do you think?
And that's exactly why I made that video where your soul's doomed, for that reason.
Exactly. EK Secrets asks if you think leagues win.
If what would make the game more successful?
Leagues.
Depends on how it's implemented. I think it has the potential to make it successful. The thing that would make leagues successful is that if people can, like I saw what they did with DC Legends, and I could probably fire it up and kind of use that as a guideline, but for a while, DC Legends had, like, no interaction. It had no alliances and stuff. So I'm going to fire up DC Legends and kind of just go over that. And I'm wondering if it's going to be related to that in a way. But, like, if you have a system, even like Marvel Future Fight, where you have a chat where, you know, people can communicate within the game, I mean, I think that's going to help a lot. But I think chat needs to be accessible in every game mode and everything you're doing. And Marvel Future Fight does that. Apparently I need to update DC Legends. But I was going to use that alliance system. But yeah, I think that if they add some co-op stuff to the game, like, you could easily have 3 people and just, like, tag in certain people. Like, have one person control one person, another person controls another person, and all 3 of them, even if it's one at a time, can team up against stuff. I mean, it would just go a long way, because then there'd be, like, team coordination and stuff. I don't know. I know it's easier in a game like Marvel Future Fight, where, you know, it's like an action RPG versus a 3-on-3 fighting game with one person at a time. But there's things that you could probably do to do that. Like, you could have, like, league goals where you have to beat, you know, a stage, like, say, 100 times. Or you could have, you have to donate 10,000 gear for whatever reason, and you get, your league gets an item. I don't know. There's going to be things that branch it out. And I have 512 gigs on my iPad.
Oh.
Alright, I got DC Legends loading up now. But,
Right.
again, I think that for leagues to be successful and to actually bring a positive influence, there's going to have to be some modes that are challenging. It could even be like those 1 million health fights, but you know what? There's going to be that one guy that does the 1 million health fights by themselves. Let's face it, you could throw on, and with armor piercing, in order for that to work, they're going to have bosses immune to a lot of stuff. Dots, stuns, power drains, or else it's just going to be too easy, because you have, like, healing and stuff, and it's like, how do you beat that? Alright, so I'm going to, alright, so Alliance in DC Legend, you guys can see this on my stream. So, if your Alliance wins heroic campaign battles, you can get you get points, and then you get rewards towards stuff, and then, you know, there's a personal goal and alliance goal, and if you get, like, a different type of currency, then you can get different items, including probably other packs. And I think that the good free-to-play way is when they add a new currency in Leagues, which is bound to happen, allow it to access the same content as maybe premium hero chest, even if it has, like, a chance to get an exclusive character. Allow us to play the game for free, and let us spend money on gear, let us spend money on upgrading characters, but at least let us get characters for free, not have it be like Cyborg and Aquaman and Amazon Wonder Woman, BVS Superman. You know, nobody wants paywall crap. You know, nobody wants that in Injustice 2.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the whole thing about spending energy to get gear faster is fine. I think that's fine. Or paying gems to get gear. I think that's acceptable.
Right.
Any other questions on Ficky stream? That was actually a good one.
Yeah, no, that was good. I enjoyed that. And honestly, like, thank you so much for having me and giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. And I'd definitely like to set up more interviews with other people in the future, for sure.
Oh, definitely, for sure. And, you know, even having more collaborations in terms of games, shooting different games and playing games together and stuff like that. I'm totally down for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, HollywoodShono. I'm sure everyone here also enjoyed having having you on the stream. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to go check out his channel. If you're not already, subscribe to him. Follow him on his. I think where's your social media? Is it on your website section?
Yeah, or it's in my stream.
Okay, so it's Twitter, Instagram, or his.
They're always in the description of my videos.
Cool. And yeah, it was great. Thank you so much.
And here's something also. How to Sub-Zero MKX Mobile brought in Relic Hunt to have a more challenging mode. I think that was really cool. Like, WWE Immortals did that with the zombies, and yeah, I think people want a challenge like that. Like, I even struggled with that Relic Hunt, so I think Mortal Kombat X did a great thing with that. And for them to include something like that in Injustice 2, where, like, the health carries over with more challenging fights, I mean, that could be a cool game mode, too. We'll have to see. But yeah, definitely, Alfiki. We'll have to do a better job of like communicating between us. And I know that I don't respond to a lot of people on Instagram and Twitter, but I just want to go on the record now and say that it's not that I don't want to, but I just don't have time most of the time.
No, totally. I guess we got lucky today. We both started streaming around the same time. But I'm glad we were able to get that interview in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was an honor. It was a pleasure getting on Discord and having this interview with you.
Yes, for sure. And it'll be archived, as long as mine doesn't have copyrighted audio from the sub, it'll be archived in mine. Although I think I did fight the one where I had a sub too. I think it was in one of my other live streams. I can't remember what I did. I think I did whole 189 battles of... Was it... I think it was... Earth 2 Hawk Girl, maybe they repeated, and yeah, I got copyright audio from that. But yeah, the interview will be archived, and yeah, you guys will be able to go back on that. I know I've done stuff with How to Compute in the past, but yeah, one day I would love to try and be a little more public about, you know, like talking to people and shit. Like sometimes I'll go on Discord and people annoy the fuck out of me, so that's why I don't go on Discord.
Right.
But yeah, I would definitely love to set up, like, even if I just have, like, a group of, you know, people where we can just shoot the shit, kind of like I do with Ventrilo or even Discord. Like, if people can keep it more civil, maybe I'll use it more.
For sure.
Because I am not a people person at all. I'm sure you guys figured that out.
Yeah, and I'll have the stream as well on my channel if you guys want to go back and watch that. For those who haven't missed it, or would like to go back and watch it. But yeah, thank you so much for having us today.
Yeah, thank you for hanging out. I know it's kind of on the fly, but I was streaming today anyway, so that worked out.
Yeah, no, I'm glad it did work out. It was a good time.
And for those of you guys in both streams, I'm probably going to switch over to WWE in a bit. I'll probably finish my farming tomorrow, because plenty of time to hit Elite Four, and I don't like playing Arena that much anymore.
Cool. Well, I will be ending my stream after this, after we get off here. But if you guys still want some more streams, some more action, make sure to go to HollywoodShono's channel. He will still be streaming.
On Twitch, I'll kill the YouTube streamer.
Oh, on Twitch. So if you guys have Twitch, then.
Thank you, Restream My Old Pro, for that.
Oh yeah, I will definitely have to check that out. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll try to get better at, like, answering DMs about certain things, too, like from you and a few others, for sure.
Sounds good, man.
Again, that goes from the stem of I hate people. I don't hate Alfiki, of course, but I do hate most people. Yep, still HollywoodShono. Absolutely. Alright guys, thank you all for hanging out on YouTube. I'm going to go kick some ass in WWE. I'll probably finish creating. Those of you guys that want to stick around, head over to Twitch or just hang out there. Everybody thank Alfiki for agreeing to do the interview now, and also much respect to Doom. And again, EK Secrets, if you're still on the whole YouTube thing, I am publicly sorry for calling you out with some of the EK bullshit, and I don't want to be that guy, so I do want to try to change that image, because I don't want to be like that, and I shouldn't give a shit where people place an arena or how they spend their money. No, I'm not asking for your money or anybody else's money, but I don't want to portray that image. Same thing with Dexu. I'll just go on the record and say that.
No, of course. And I'm sure that would be very much appreciated. And yeah, like in terms of these, like, I'd love to, possibly like that, you can do if you're planning on starting your own thing.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean,
if I joined anybody, it would be you guys, but the Shono Army, I wouldn't mind having alliances either.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, we'll find out once we sort of know when leagues is coming out and how leagues will play, how many, users we will have, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Yeah, we'll definitely have to try to set up a day where all of us just have a fun stream. Even if you want to get how to computing it on something, I'll even like play something else.
Yeah, no, for sure. That would sounds like a great idea. I'd love to do that. We'll definitely figure something out.
Well, next week I have Monday, obviously no. Thursday, Saturday are my good days where I'm off. I can probably set something up those days. So, talk it out with How To Computing. Maybe suggest something. I don't have Brawl Stars. I don't plan on getting it, but we'll figure something out that we can all do.
For sure. Yeah, I know he plays. He'd be okay with playing Brawl Stars as well. Yeah, I'll try to talk to him too. It's a little bit hard.
Or actually, what we can do. When do you think he's going to stream next? Do you have any idea?
When he's going to stream next?
Yes.
I actually don't. So he. Yeah, actually, I have no idea. I would have to ask him. But for me personally,
maybe I'll make a tweet about it.
Yeah, I would. We should. And I'll try to get in contact with him as well. But for me personally, Thursday would probably work better for me. Saturday, I don't know if I'll be in town over the weekend. But yeah, we'll try to work around there. And if Thursday doesn't work, then we'll have to figure out another day then. So Secrets actually replied, says, if you tell Shono it's okay, if you guys ever want to do another group stream chat, I'll join for an interview. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'd definitely like to set something up. I mean, I don't want to make enemies with people. I'm not asking people for 125, so don't even think it's anything like that. You know, what people do with their money is the same. I mean, yeah, I'm probably not blowing as much money as certain people, and that's why I'm not getting to 100 million, but again, that's not the guy I want to be. I want to be, if you guys are familiar with Clash with Ash on Clash Royale, I want to be that guy that just interviews all the good, the good people in the community, the pro players, that sort of thing, and just kind of, shoot the shit, and who knows, maybe learn a thing or two.
Yeah, for sure.
So, thank you for accepting my apology. Again, I don't want to cause any drama or bullshit, and you're hearing this from me. You're not seeing anything typed out or recorded or faked. This is me. You guys know where to get me. I'm on Discord. Elfiki's on my Discord. I am not dodging anybody. But yeah, like you, like Elfiki, like How To Computing, like anybody else, we're all human. We all have real feelings and emotions, and yeah, if people want to dump $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in Injustice 2, I shouldn't care. I should just do me, not worry about other people. So, again, that's something I need to change about myself. Let me actually pop in your stream if I can. Okay, I see you right now.
Alright, well, I'm gonna have to go here, guys. Got some stuff to do back at home. But, thank you so much again for having me today.
My pleasure. I'd definitely like to set up more reviews in the future of people too. I am on Twitter as HollywoodShono. That's probably the easiest way to contact me. Don't DM me because I don't like reading DMs. If you got stuff to say, just tag me in it. Or if it is EK Secret, yeah, DM me. But everybody else, just tag me in something.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the future. To what we'll be
and for the record, I am in Elficky's stream right now. Those of you guys that are looking.
Sounds good, man. All right. Well, thanks again. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and stream.
Yeah, I definitely will. I'll be glad for tomorrow night where I'm not working.
Yeah, sure. All right, man. Have a good one.
You too.
We'll see you in a bit.
Bishop's got 4K trophies. What? You stole my Yeah, I am tuning in to Elficky's thing right now. I actually think I'm going to make a Oh yeah, your Soul's Doom. Yeah, go for it, man. Sounds good. I don't think I'm in Pokemon. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another Injustice 2 video tied into a live stream if you're watching this live from there, but in a future YouTube video if not. So in this video, I would like to first off start off by thanking Elficky for scheduling an interview with me, and you guys can check out his channel. The link will be in the description for that. Now, one thing I wanted to get off my chest is the whole thing about spending and placing the top of the leaderboard. Now, obviously, if I don't care about the state of the arena, or if I don't even care about getting top 50 in arena, why should I care about how people are spending their money in arena? Or why am I spending, how am I caring how they're going to be playing the game? Well, on that side of things, the whole little break from arena grinding in Injustice 2 has made me realize one thing. That, you know, there are people behind these computers, and you do have to manually grind out the arena. That being said, for those of you guys that are placing high in the arena, which obviously 37 million is not that bad if I played full time, you know, I do apologize for those that I might have offended within previous things. So, I would like to say to those of you guys that have supported me in the past, thank you very much for that. But I do apologize to anybody that might have offended by my comments. And I'd like to put this out as my public apology. I don't want your guys' money. If you guys donate to the streams, then I really appreciate it. But I'm not here for your money. Yes, I love getting money from YouTube.
Hello.
If you guys wish to donate, that's cool. Yeah, I'm here. Hey, what's up? So with that said, I would like to say to EK Secrets, to Dexu, and to anybody else that has spent more money in the game than me, I am very sorry for calling you guys out for exploiting the game or anything like that. You guys clearly are not doing that. You guys are just more generous than I have been with NetherRealm, because until they actually implement a rank above Legendary that actually gives more rewards, which the reward system is really bad, I shouldn't care. What I should be focusing on is giving you guys content, continuing to be blunt and honest, and not nitpicking the little things, because nitpicking the little things is really bad for a community and really bad for the state of a game. So with that being said, I want to be focusing on content for you guys. I urge you guys to check out my videos other than Injustice 2. But again, I would just like to say thank you to those of you that have supported me, and sorry for anybody that has taken offense to anything that I've said that isn't justified. I do not take back anything I've said about Tyler Lansdowne, but to those of you guys in the community that are affected by this, I am sorry. Thank you, and have a wonderful day, kids.
Is Hollywood here?
Yeah, he's still on the stream though.
How are you?
Good.
I'm Sabrina. I guess I should introduce myself, that would be nice.
Alright, let me kibosh YouTube. Those of you guys on YouTube, again, get over to Twitch for the rest of the stream. We'll see you guys on Twitch.